話說咧，琴晚落好大雨啦，落到咧連咧 internet 都冇咗。So last night it was raining so hard that actually the internet was down. So like I did not have internet in the apartment this morning. 咁我今朝早咧完全上唔到網啦喺呢一度咁。So I decided that I would just go out and watch a movie. 咁我就決定咧我出去睇戲啦。So I thought about it like maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago. 我上兩個禮拜咧其實有諗過出去睇戲嘅。I wanted to see Puss in Boots 2。咁我就想睇呢個無敵貓劍俠啦，咁咧就佢有第2集啦咁樣樣。So but I was worried I couldn't understand it， 咁我好擔心我聽唔明啦咁。And so I didn't do it， 咁我就冇去睇啦。But this morning I was like well I couldn't do anything at home， 咁我今朝早喺屋企又冇嘢可以做啦咁。And I didn't want to go out far away to travel. I really wanted to just kind of like relax and have a nice dinner tonight. 咁我今日其實完全係冇計劃出去睇啲咩景點啊，咁我純粹係想即係輕鬆啦、hea 下啦，咁同埋今晚就去食好西啦咁樣樣。So I just like let me just like go and see the movie then。咁我就決定咁我去睇戲啦咁。So I went to the cinema， 咁我去到戲院啦。And it started like at 11:50 or 12:20。咁佢有2場啦，我去嗰個時間，一係就11:50，一係就12:20。I plan to see the 11:50。咁我其實咧係計劃去睇11:50嘅。But I forgot this is not Hong Kong。咁係咧，我唔記得咗呢度唔係香港啦。Because in Hong Kong I would just walk in the cinema, get the ticket, and then walk straight into the to the cinema。 咁因為如果喺香港咧，直接就係買飛跟住入場一聲咁就入咗去噶啦嘛咁。But here first of all I have to queue。 咁首先嚟到要排隊啦，and then it was really taking their time， 咁然後就大家都係好悠閒咁啦。It's a Sunday, I understand that。 咁係星期日啊嘛，所以大家應該悠閒嘅係啱嘅。So by the time I got to the cinema， 我去到戲院嘅時候咧 ，it's already like 11:47。咁我係11:47去到戲院啦咁樣樣。And then I hadn't had breakfast， 咁我冇食早餐啦。So I plan to have my brunch as popcorns。 咁我就諗住咧食爆谷當 brunch 咁樣樣啦，咁就睇戲咁樣樣啦咁。Because I had a very early dinner reservation， 因為咧我想去食嗰間餐廳要訂位啦，咁就好早啊，係5點鐘就要食晚飯啦咁。So I really didn't plan to eat much during the day, just so I can enjoy my dinner。 咁我就即係諗住朝頭早都唔食咁多嘢，即係全日都唔食咁多嘢，就係為咗等住夜晚去食好西嘅啫咁樣。So it was kind of perfect to just like have popcorns while I was watching the movie。 咁我就諗住睇戲，然後仲要睇呢啲戲，咁啊食爆谷就好開心啦咁。So I got to buy tickets and I was like, okay, just let me just watch the 12:20。 咁我算啦，我埋去排隊嗰陣，我睇12:20啦，都唔爭好遠啫咁樣。Now the thing is, the 12:21 was being screened in a theatre that is like so-called a premier theatre。 咁因為其實咧12:20咧佢就係喺所謂豪華院度播嘅 ，so it's a little bit more expensive， 咁係貴啲嘅。And so at first I was like, oh let me save the money and just watch the like the general one。 咁我最初就咧慳啲啦，睇普通院咪算咯咁。But then like okay，let's just watch the 12:20。 咁啊算啦，去到就睇12:20啦 ，and get into the premier theatre， 咁就去即係呢一個即係豪華院度睇啦咁樣。Now they also have like different kind of combo for like popcorn and soda and everything, right？ 咁當然佢有唔同嘅爆谷套餐啦咁樣。And then the one like for one person is like the popcorn, I swear to God, is like this big。 佢嗰個爆谷係咁大桶㗎，係食唔到㗎一個人。咁嗰杯汽水又咁大杯 ，and then like the soda was like close to 800 milliliters， 係800 ml 嗰杯汽水。So I was like I couldn't have it. And then the guy was like selling me the kids combo。 咁佢就介紹我食兒童餐啦，which was actually like perfect for me。咁我係好嘅兒童餐 ，but At first, I was worried he wouldn't sell it to me because it's like a kids combo. But then he recommended it to me, so I got the kids combo, which is like a small box of popcorn. 咁樣睇相咧就係一個細嘅盒，好似咧呢個M 記嗰啲開心樂園餐嗰啲盒啦，咁然後就係裝住嗰個爆谷，然後一杯細汽水咁樣樣，仲有咧一個咁細嘅朱古力。So the kids combo is actually quite nice. Like they have like this small kind of box with the popcorn in it, and then like a small soda, and also like a small piece of chocolate like this. But then when I get to the counter and got my popcorn, first of all, in the photo, the box was kind of like closed, you know, like kind of like a little hut, you know, like, and then it was closed so you can carry it like that. 咁你睇相嘅話咧，嗰個兒童餐嘅爆谷咧就喺個盒入邊啦，好似個屋仔咁樣可以抽住嘅咁樣樣啦。But when I got there, it was spilling all over. 咁佢係咁入到滿瀉晒啦嗰個爆谷，所以都係好多爆谷。So there was a lot of popcorns. And then like okay, the soda was still small. 咁汽水係細杯嘅 but it was good because they didn't use a straw. 咁佢哋冇用呢一個飲筒啦。They have like a lid which is designed like the hot drink lid. 咁佢哋嗰個蓋咧有少好似咧熱飲蓋咁樣樣啊。So they have like an opening at the edge so that you can just drink it like that without a straw. 咁嗰個設計好好，因為你可以就咁飲就唔使用飲筒啦咁樣樣。And then there's a small piece of chocolate like this. 咁有一個咁細嘅朱古力啦咁樣樣。And so I went into the theatre. 咁我就入咗戲院啦咁樣樣。So I was sure like I listened it correctly. So it's like on the 4th floor in the Premier Theatre number 4. 咁我就聽到好清楚嘅，上去4樓，然後咧就係豪華院嘅4號院咁樣樣啦咁。So I went up there, I saw the sign, I went in. Now at 12:20, 12:20 then something came up on the screen, right? 咁開始播嘢啦，咁 of course it wouldn't be Puss in Boots like from the very beginning. 咁當然我唔係第一次去睇戲，咁佢一開始並唔係呢一個無敵貓劍俠嗰個，我覺得係冇問題啦咁樣樣。But then like they have all this like roller coming up, you know, director, cinematographer, you know, like who is the screenwriter, you know, like all sorts of name coming up like a roller. 咁但係跟住咧，佢就播一條片啦，又有晒咧導演名啊，有晒啲人名啊咁。It was actually a documentary. 咁佢就播緊一個紀錄片啦 ，talking about people in this country in Colombia, working as miners and also crafting stones and sculptures. 咁就係講一個即係做石礦工同埋咧，佢就係去雕呢啲石碑啊，同埋咧石像嘅工人嘅古仔咁樣樣啦咁。So I could understand, you know, like maybe half of it, 60% of it。咁我都聽得明，即係大概一半啦，即係60%啦咁。And then of course I catch the idea of it。咁我都大概知佢想講乜嘢。And then it's like a documentary, like introducing different kind of workers, artisans in the country。咁其實佢係一個紀錄片嘅系列咁樣就介紹，即係呢個國家唔同嘅啲工匠啊、唔同嘅工業啊，即係唔同嘅呢啲人啦咁樣樣。Now but it was really long， 佢好長啊 ，it was almost 10 minutes， 咁樣成10分鐘。Then I got worried， 咁我真係擔心啦。Was I in the wrong theatre? You know， 我係咪入錯院啊咁樣？Because there was no kind of like trailers for other movies， 因為佢又冇播其他電影嘅預告片咁樣樣喎。And then like went straight into this documentary， 咁然後就係播呢個短片啦咁樣樣。But then like。And also, when I bought the ticket, there should be somebody sitting next to me. 咁我買飛嘅時候，隔離係應該有人坐啊咁樣啦。And then there were nobody next to me. 咁但係咧，而家隔離冇人喎。So I got a little bit worried. 咁我有少少擔心啦。But I was so sure I was in the right theatre. 但係我係好肯定我係入啱咗呢個院，即係入啱呢個戲院嘅咁。So finish watching the documentary. 睇完嗰個紀錄片啊。And then the light came up， 咁然後咧就着燈喎，即係着翻即係普通嗰啲入場嘅燈啦咁樣樣。And then it started all the trailers， 跟住就開始播預告片啦咁。So I was already finding it really interesting， 咁我就覺得咁得意嘅呢度咁樣樣啦。And then it was another 10 minutes， 跟住又再播10分鐘預告片，噼里啪啦啦咁樣樣。 before it actually started the movie。咁係總之前後搞成20分鐘先至開始正式播正片啦咁樣樣。And I was just like, oh, in that case, I could have gone to the regular theater and like, you know, like spend less money. But it wasn't that much actually. It's just like $1 咁但係唔係咁多錢嘅，即係我有諗過啊，原來係咁嘅，隔成差唔多成半個鐘，即係成4至5個字之後佢先至播片。咁我早知其實原來我嚟到嘅時候都有機會可以睇平啲嘅院啦。不過其實都唔係爭好多錢嘅啫咁樣。But it was like, and then I realized people actually knew that。咁我就發現咧嚟睇戲即係果然咧就係睇得出就係我哋係老外啦，同埋咧就係人哋即係本地人係真係咧係起碼遲15分鐘先至入場啦咁。So a lot of people arrive actually like 15 minutes after the set time, you know, like and the people who were sitting next to me actually were late。咁坐喺我隔離嗰一家人其實係遲到嘅。Like the movie has started already。Maybe a few minutes and before they arrive。咁其實佢哋係遲咗幾分鐘入場咯，咁樣樣。But anyway, I love the movie， 超級中意睇啦，好開心啦睇得。I could understand the entire story very well。咁我係跟到晒故事講乜嘢，即係個情節啊各樣咧都冇嘢係完全做咩啊咁，即係冇嘅，冇甩漏嘅。But I couldn't catch all the words。咁我就唔會，即係我唔能夠聽得晒，即係每一個字講緊乜嘢啦，我只能夠大概知道個意思係乜嘢啦咁樣。So I think like for the dialogues that I could catch all the words， 咁如果我聽得到晒每一個字嘅對話咧 ，maybe half and half， like 可能係一半啦 ，50% of it， 咁我應該聽到50%啦咁。So I find it's quite an achievement， 我覺得都幾勁喎。So I've learned in school for 6 weeks， 咁我喺西班牙文嘅學校學咗6個禮拜啦。I've been here for two months now， 咁我嚟咗呢度8個禮拜2個月啦。So I think like the fact that I could actually walk into a cinema here and watch a movie in Spanish without any subtitles， 完全冇字幕行入去睇一出西班牙文嘅戲 albeit an animation 雖然只係個卡通片 I thought it was quite good。 咁我覺得幾好，即係我覺得即係超好咯自己。I mean compared to while I was in Vienna I really couldn't do it. Like I wouldn't be able to understand anything if I went in to see a movie in German。 咁我好肯定，如果我住維也納嘅時候去睇一出德文嘅電影，我應該完全唔會聽得明咯，唔會知佢做乜嘢咯。So I'm pretty proud of myself， 我都幾自豪啊其實。And then like of course like the whole day I was spent sort of like packing and planning how to pack as well。 咁今日就當然最重要嘅其中一個任務就係要執行李啦、執背囊啦咁樣樣，咁要計劃下我嚟緊呢幾日即係點樣執會好啲啦咁樣樣。So I'm very excited， 咁啊超興奮啦 I'm going to go back to the beach and the sun， 咁我就翻去陽光與海灘咯咁樣。And yes, so this is it。And let's start the reading。 咁我哋正式開始啦。Read to Resist Day 247。 當閱讀也是抗爭第247日。A Concise History of Hong Kong by John Mark Carroll。 香港簡史從殖民地至特別行政區，著者高馬可，譯者林立偉。Compared with the earlier treaties between Britain and China, the negotiations for the Convention of Peking were remarkably smooth。Although the British hoped for a permanent cession, their chief negotiator and minister in Beijing, Cloud MacDonald, assumed that a 99-year lease would in fact be permanent. The Qing government had been reluctant to lease the region, but like the British government, hoped that conceding a relatively small area so quickly and without fanfare would prevent the other powers from using the British acquisition of the region as a pretext for demanding more concessions. Led by the seasoned statesman and reformer Li Hongchang, the Qing negotiators had at one point demanded that the British pay rent for leasing the area. But they soon decided against this because it might prove the increasingly loud charges by Chinese nationalists that the Manchus and their Chinese helpers were literally selling out the country. Britain thus got what it had demanded: free of charge, and without harming relations with China or the other powers。與早前英國與中國之間的其他條約比較，展拓香港界址專條的談判過程堪稱順利。雖然英國人希望中國永久割讓新界，但英國主要談判代表兼駐北京公使竇勒諾 Cloud MacDonald 認為租借99年事實上與永久割讓無異，清政府原本不願租借該地區，但他跟英國政府一樣，希望盡快割讓一塊較小的土地，以免夜長夢多，令其他國家以英國獲取此地為藉口，要求更多割讓。由老練的改革派政治家李鴻章為首的清廷談判代表，曾要求英國為租借新界繳付租金，但不久決定擱置不提，因為中國民族主義者越來越嚴厲指責滿人和他們的漢人幫兇賣國，要求英國付租金就等於坐實這種指控，因此英國不花分文，又不影響他與中國和其他列強的關係，就得償所願。Unlike when the British took control of Hong Kong Island and Kowloon, the occupation of the rural new territories provoked widespread resistance from both sides of the new border, perhaps encouraged by Guangdong authorities. Villages promptly burned down temporary structures erected by the new colonial administration. In October 1898, the residents of Camp Tin, a village in the northwest, raised a fund to resist the British if they tried to interfere with traditional practices of land ownership. After British troops fired on the village walls, village elders presented the wall gates as a sign of their submission. Governor Henry Blake quickly had the gates sent back to his home in Ireland, where they remained until 1925. In the spring of 1899, placards called on villagers to resist the invaders. Although the British had not expected such fervent and well-organized resistance, they had no trouble defeating the several thousand villagers who rose up throughout the region. British forces proceeded to arrest resistance leaders, confiscate weapons, and destroy the gates to village walls. 與佔領香港島和九龍時的情況不同，英國人接管新界鄉郊時，在各處遭遇抵抗。而抵抗勢力來自身邊界內外兩方，這也許是由於受廣東當局鼓動。新殖民政權架設的石棚很快就被鄉民焚毀。1898年10月，新界西北錦田的鄉民發起募款，如果英國人試圖干涉他們在土地業權擁有的傳統權益，就起義反抗。英國炮轟這條圍村的圍牆，村中耆老交出圍村的鐵環門，表示歸順。港督卜力 Henry Blake 把鐵環門迅速運回愛爾蘭的老家，一直保存到1925年。1899年春天，有人張貼揭貼號召鄉民抵抗侵略者。遭遇如此頑強和有組織的抵抗，出乎英國人意料之外，但他們還是不費吹灰之力，就擊潰幾千名反抗的新界鄉民。英軍逮捕反抗軍領袖，收繳武器並破壞圍村鐵門。So this is the reading of today. 咁我今日就讀到呢度啦。So we started to learn about like how the villagers in the new territories actually resisted the British. 咁我就睇到原來新界嘅原住民當時咧係非常之努力去抵抗呢一個英殖民政府嘅咁樣樣啦。雖然就係即係清朝已經割讓咗啦咁樣樣。Here again, like we can see that like that's the lease of 99 years, which like at the time the Brits were thinking it had like it's got to be mean like it's permanent, 99 years meant permanent. 咁當時其實即係英國佬就諗住咧叫做租99年，即係其實都係永久㗎啦咁樣樣，就好似好聽啲咁樣樣啦。So they would never have known like what would happen now. 咁當然佢哋就唔會知道100年之後發生咩事啦咁樣。And well, like it sort of didn't really bother them, right? 咁當然對佢哋嚟講，即係100年之後都唔會係佢嘅世界啦。咁佢亦都真係唔會關心啦。Especially at the time, people wouldn't live that long anyway, right? 咁尤其是即係以前嘅19世紀嘅時候，啲人其實冇咁長命添啦咁樣樣。And Even during the 80s， 咁就算去到80年代嘅時候 ，while they are signing the Sino-British Joint Declaration， 即係簽緊中英聯合聲明嘅時候，其實講50年不變都好似講得好勁咁㗎。Like the declaration claims that like Hong Kong would stay the same for 50 years and it would seem like so long at the time as well, right？ 咁即係當時都會覺得50年不變好勁啦咁樣樣。But now we know， like 而家我哋就知道啦 ，like。Not even half of it, like China is already destroying Hong Kong。咁但係即係未到一半，即係中國就已經即係將香港即係所有我哋100幾年嘅歷史嘅所有嘢已經係即係完全摧毀啦咁樣樣。Recently I read the news that saying the UK government is saying that China is totally like violating the terms and conditions of the Joint Declaration。 咁就即係講到話英國政府就即係講緊話，即係中國而家完全就係違反當時嘅中英聯合聲明嘅條約啦咁樣樣。And like my question is just like so what's next then？ 咁係啊，咁點咧？咁跟住點咧？你話佢唔守約，咁跟住你要做咩先得㗎 ？What is your action then？ So this is my question to you. I mean, take us back. 攞翻香港啦，屌你 ！I'm sorry, like I just can't stand this anymore。我其實真係頂唔順啦，即係 I mean just take Hong Kong back. I don't know. Like even if it has to be violent, I mean take it back。攞翻香港啦，即係就算要武力去攞翻，我覺得都要攞翻啦。I mean Hong Kong people are dying now. Like spiritually, like mind, like in our mind, in our soul, like it's not just about like physically dead. I'd rather be physically dead, honestly。即係我寧願即係我個身死，但係我而家唔係個身死，我唔係肉身死，我哋所有香港人而家係我哋嘅靈魂死，我哋嘅精神死。咁英國佬你要救我哋啦，係咪啊 ？Anyway。This city has served me well。咁呢個城市對我都好好嘅 ，but it's really just too depressing with the weather。咁但係對我嚟講咧，都實在係太抑鬱啦呢個天氣。So I'm going back to the sun and the beach tomorrow。聽日我就要翻去海灘陽光啦。So tomorrow I'll see you again in the next city。咁我就會喺另一個城市同大家讀書。拜拜。